For years, she's helped struggling families carve out a life in the wild, guiding them through some of the hardest challenges nature can throw their way. But right now, she's facing a heartbreaking crisis that has left fans wondering what could make this strong, fearless woman struggle to hold it together. In this video, we'll reveal the personal battles she's been facing and the heartbreaking news that shocked her fans. Make sure you watch until the very end, because Misty's situation will leave you truly speechless. As she often says, we have no other choice but to get on board and get to work. And those words have never felt more meaningful. So, who is Misty Raney? Misty Raney is that strong and fearless woman known for her role on the reality TV series Homestead Rescue. She appears on the show alongside her family, helping people learn to live off the grid. She isn't afraid to roll up her sleeves, take on the dirt, and get to work, no matter how large or difficult the project is. That hardworking, determined spirit didn't come out of nowhere. It was shaped by a life spent in one of the most demanding environments in America, the rugged and unforgiving wilds of Alaska. Born into the adventurous Raney family on November 9, 1979, in Sitka, Alaska, Misty grew up in a household where survival skills weren't optional. They were a way of life. Together, Misty Raney, her brother Matt, and her father Marty make up the Raney team seen on the show, skilled homesteaders and capable survivalists. Her father, Marty Raney, is a seasoned expert who has spent decades living off-grid in Alaska. He's a builder, a musician, and a survivalist who knows what it means to depend on the land. Her brother Matt Raney is a builder and farmer, also featured on the show. As for Misty, she has become proficient in teaching families how to live off the land, survive in the wild, and build a life that is sustainable. She is skilled in farming, hunting, and other essential off-grid practices that have proved invaluable in her journey to fame. Now, an adult, Misty is a farmer, builder, hunter, and even a surfer, someone who embraces both rugged wilderness and coastal adventure. She also has an older sister, Melanie, and another brother, Miles, though they are not part of Homestead Rescue. Both siblings are successful in their own fields. Melanie Raney runs Chugak Adventures, a canoe and outdoor adventure company in Alaska. Miles Raney, her other brother, is a mountain biker and adventurer who has carved his own path away from the cameras. When Homestead Rescue premiered in 2016, Misty quickly became a standout personality, appearing in all 13 seasons of the show. From the beginning, her role was unique. While Marty tackled major survival challenges and Matt focused on building safe, sustainable structures, Misty specialized in transforming overwhelming problems into manageable tasks. She saw potential where others saw hopelessness. Farming and food security became her core focus. She helped families learn how to grow food, protect their resources, rebuild gardens, raise livestock, preserve food for harsh winters, and use every bit of space wisely. It wasn't long before viewers connected with her. They praised her balance, compassion, and dedication to helping families achieve independence. Misty didn't just fix homesteads, she gave people hope. Away from the cameras, Misty's personal life is equally interesting. She is married to Micaiah Bilato, a talented carpenter and surfer who shares her deep love for the outdoors. The couple married on March 7, 2000, and have remained inseparable ever since. Their first child, a son named Gage, was born in April 2011. Together, they've created a life that stretches between two breathtakingly different worlds, Alaska and Hawaii. They own an 800-square-foot cabin near the Raney family property in Hatcher Pass, Alaska, and a beautiful home in Hawaii. During Alaska's warm months, they work alongside the family, maintain their homestead, and contribute to the show. When winter arrives, they head to Hawaii, where Micaiah surfs and Misty continues her passion for gardening and sustainable living. Fans enjoy every glimpse. She shares of her personal life. Though she doesn't post often, Misty speaks with pride about her deep love for nature and how growing up in Alaska taught her independence and grit. Alaska, however, isn't an easy place to call home. While it's breathtakingly beautiful, it also demands toughness. The Raney family lived in isolation, away from modern conveniences. Winters were brutal, wildlife unpredictable, and survival often depended on skilled planning. They lived without electricity, plumbing, water, or heat for years. It required effort. Everything had to be built, maintained, or repaired by hand. Misty has often explained that these harsh conditions shaped her into who she is. There were moments when even her family questioned whether living off-grid was the right choice, but they adapted. For many people, this lifestyle might look like extreme roughing it, but for the Raneys, it inspired creativity, resourcefulness, and family unity. It became their identity, a way of life they embraced long before television ever entered the picture. Even though Misty loved the wild from childhood, life in such conditions came with its own challenges. On the show, Misty faced countless obstacles, destroyed by weather, families on the brink of giving up, or situations that seemed impossible. Yet her calm determination never wavered. She didn't only fix problems, she restored confidence. Her influence extended far beyond the camera. Many fans admired not just her physical strength, but her mental resilience. She openly discussed the importance of mental health, respecting nature, and balancing work with family, becoming a role model for many women. But like many strong people, Misty carried struggles that weren't always visible. One of her most openly discussed challenges has been dealing with her body shape and weight. Growing up in the wilderness, appearance was never a priority, capability was. But becoming a public figure changed everything. When viewers noticed changes in her appearance from seasons 1 to 3, some fans expressed concern about her weight gain, especially given her family's history of health issues. Rumors surfaced: stress, eating, pregnancy, health problems. Misty responded honestly. She explained that physical changes were normal, especially for people who live off the land and require extra energy. She joked about pregnancy, but the speculation was false. Comments about her body sometimes hurt. She admitted it. Her insecurities, like many women's, were magnified by being on television. Social media can be supportive, but it can also be cruel. Still, Misty faced the criticism head-on. Instead of letting negativity consume her, she spoke openly about her struggles. Her message was simple. Her value wasn't defined by numbers on a scale. Her worth was measured by her work, her family, and the people she helped. Beyond appearance, Misty also struggled with the pressures of balancing family life with the demands of filming. Homestead Rescue required long, exhausting days and time spent away from her husband and son. It's a challenge many working mothers understand, but Misty had to face it under the spotlight of reality TV. She felt the pressure to stay strong, remain composed, and never show weakness. When she was overwhelmed. On top of that, the lifestyle she loved living off the land came with constant physical and emotional demands. Harsh winters, relentless labor, and the stress of surviving in remote areas took a toll. She never hid those moments. Her exhaustion, frustration, or emotional strain sometimes showed on screen, making her even more relatable. Through it all, Misty demonstrated something powerful: vulnerability. Despite the body shaming, the pressure of fame, and the challenges of homesteading, she remained honest about her struggles. Fans love her not because she's perfect, but because she's real. She cries, hurts, doubts herself, and still finds the strength to keep going. Her struggles shape the compassion she shows on Homestead Rescue. When she helps families on the verge of giving up, she speaks not just as an expert, but as someone who knows what it feels like to struggle. That empathy is her real superpower. Misty reminds us that everyone has battles. Struggles don't make you weak, they shape you. They teach resilience. They build character. And Misty continues to prove that even when life hits hard, you can get back up. Today, the good news is that Misty is alive, healthy, and doing well. She has embraced a healthier lifestyle and shed the extra weight she once gained. Fans still see her as beautiful, inspiring, and every bit as captivating as she was on day one. A big problem. What are you thinking? I just really hope that y'all can help us. That line echoes through many episodes of Homestead Rescue, the show that follows survival expert Misty Raney along with Misty, the farmer, and Matt, the hunter and fisherman, as they teach families the skills they need to survive and thrive off the grid. The show first aired in 2016 on the Discovery Channel, and since then, it has run a total of 13 seasons. Now, what is the concept of Homestead Rescue? At its core, the idea revolves around the dream of living a scaled-down, simpler, off-the-grid life, something that has grown increasingly popular in recent years. Many people imagine this lifestyle as idyllic, peaceful, and free. But living in remote locations is far more complex than simply enjoying freedom. You'll be exposed to extreme conditions, unpredictable weather, isolation, and potential threats, both natural and wild. However, many families who want this lifestyle lack the skills, experience, or knowledge needed to grow food, find water, harness power, or deal with the constant threat of predators. The beauty of the show lies in watching people not just survive but learn to thrive in these odd and often unforgiving conditions. You see families trying to live off the land, fighting nature's odds, and sometimes getting in way over their heads. These individuals often arrive on the screen exhausted, frustrated, and sometimes ready to quit and return to civilized life because their homesteads look dilapidated, unsafe, and unsustainable. Their pantries are empty, their gardens are dry, their houses have leaky roofs, and desperation is written on their faces. Then you see the Raney family step in to save the day and rescue their homestead. When the Discovery Channel first pitched the show to Marte, he discussed the TV offer with Matt and Misty, and they all agreed that the show had to be as authentic as possible. Most reality TV viewers already knew there was a thin line between entertainment and actual reality, a line producers often try to blur. Audiences had become more aware of scripted elements, and the Discovery Channel, along with raw productions, wanted to do something different. So, when the Raney family insisted that they would only agree to the deal if the show was a genuine reality experience, with minimal scripting, the producers accepted. Everything was done organically, and the initial meeting they had with each homesteader was filmed the moment they drove down the person's driveway for the first time. The Raney family would then stay with the chosen homesteader for 10 days to help resolve their problems to the best of their abilities. However, as we all know, it would be unbelievable to expect them to resolve every major predicament the families faced within that short period. Instead, they focused on tackling the most essential projects, the ones that would genuinely help the family immediately. They knew that building an entirely new house from scratch was out of the question, as such a massive project would take far more than 10 days. Filming each episode was physically and mentally grueling. Production often stretched to over 100 straight filming days just to finish the season. Even the post-production process was taxing, with only a few weeks to edit and prepare episodes before their scheduled air dates. For example, filming wrapped in March one year, but the season was set to premiere in mid-June. At the conclusion of each episode, the rookie survivalists had to decide whether to tough out their first year or pack up and return to civilization. The show quickly attracted a massive following, prompting the Discovery Channel to order more episodes. So, what made people so drawn to this series? It was the transformation of the homesteads and the transformation of the homesteaders themselves. Viewers loved watching the dramatic before and after moments. Part of the appeal was also the suspense. Would the water system work? Would the greenhouse survive the storm? Would the animals make it through the night? These moments kept fans on the edge of their seats. In every episode, you watch as buildings are rebuilt piece by piece, and it is deeply satisfying when the final moments reveal a family standing proudly on land that finally feels like a real home. A once-dry garden blooms again, pumps begin working, and families get another chance at independence. The show also gives viewers a fascinating look into the broader homesteading movement. With each season, more people feel inspired to return to the land. Some dream of escaping financial burdens, bills, and debt. Others want healthier lifestyles and the chance to eat food they've grown themselves. Many simply want freedom from systems they view as unreliable. However, the reality is harsh. Homesteading demands everything: time, energy, money, and patience. Homestead Rescue doesn't hide that truth. It shows both the failures and the victories. And that honesty is one reason viewers trust it. So when people ask, what is Homestead Rescue really about? The answer is simple. It's about second chances. It's about taking people who are at the brink of giving up and showing them that they can survive and even succeed. It's about independence, resilience, and rediscovering the strengths to build a life with your own hands. A common question people ask is whether the families on Homestead Rescue get paid. Most reality TV shows pay their cast anywhere from $50,000 to $80,000 annually, with top earners reaching around $100,000. Mate, Matt, and Misty Raney make a good salary from the series, even though they choose not to live in massive mansions or buy new, flashy cars. Another question people ask is who pays for the projects seen on the show? Discovery Channel finances most of the renovations. However, the Raney family and the crew always try to reuse materials to save money. Another big question is how real Homestead Rescue really is. The Raney family maintains that the series is 100% unscripted and accurate. Still, past controversies and lawsuits have raised doubts among some viewers. Over the years, critics have accused the show of faking certain storylines for dramatic effect. Despite these claims, the show continues to thrive. As of 2025, Homestead Rescue has aired 13 seasons and even expanded into multiple spin-off shows, such as Homestead Rescue, Deconstructed, Homestead Rescue, Rainy Ranch, Homestead Rescue, Tools of the Trade, and Homestead Rescue, Building a Legacy. Many wonder if Homestead Rescue has ever failed. While most failures probably never aired, the show did broadcast its first unsuccessful rescue in 2017 during an episode titled Trapped, where a medical emergency occurred, and the Raney family helped Montana homesteaders escape dangerous conditions. Another common question is whether anyone has ever died on Homestead Rescue. While rumors circulate online, no confirmed deaths involving the cast or participants have occurred. The Raneys are always guided by experienced professionals when facing extreme challenges. As for whether the show has been canceled, Discovery Channel has not canceled Homestead Rescue. In fact, they are set to release episode 5 of season 13, titled Big Sky Renovation, on November 11, 2025. Then came the heartbreaking news. For years, Misty Raney has been a symbol of resilience and hard work on the show. She was always the one who found solutions no matter how tough the conditions were. She remained calm, even during crises, worked through exhaustion, and often soothed distressed families. So when rumors began circulating that something might be wrong with her, fans were genuinely heartbroken. The first signs appeared when Misty started showing up less frequently on the show. Her social media also went unusually quiet. Although she never posted much about her private life, she used to share occasional glimpses. As new episodes aired, fans noticed she looked tired and less vibrant than before. Her usual laughter and warm energy seemed dimmed. Soon, the media picked up on the growing concern, and online discussions threads asking, "Where is Misty Raney?" spread across Reddit, Facebook, and YouTube. Some fans believed she was taking a well-deserved break. Others feared something serious was happening. Around this time, blogs and fan pages published headlines like "Heartbreaking Tragedy of Misty Raney" and "What Happened to Misty from Homestead Rescue." These posts mentioned viewers' concerns but offered no verified information. No official statement came from Misty, her family, or the show's production team. The silence made fans even more worried. Many longtime followers knew Misty was a private person. She never lived her life online, shared only what felt meaningful, and often posted about her love for nature, family, and sustainable living. So, at first, people thought she simply wanted privacy. But as time went on, the quiet became unsettling. Eventually, small pieces of information surfaced from those connected to the show. Although there was no major announcement, reports suggested Misty had been dealing with exhaustion and needed to step back to focus on her health and family. Some fans speculated she might be spending more time in Hawaii with Micaiah and their son, enjoying a calmer life close to nature. The idea made sense, especially after years of tough Alaskan conditions and the physical demands of filming. Imagine working for years in freezing temperatures, building structures, managing crews, and pushing yourself physically and emotionally while maintaining a public image of strength. After so much nonstop effort, anyone would need a break. Misty had always been the one to fix everything, the one who rarely showed weakness. But even the strongest individuals sometimes need to pause. Fans who admired her felt deeply affected. One viewer wrote, "She's the reason I believed I could build something myself. If Misty can do it, so can I." Another said, "I just hope she's okay. She has helped so many people. Now it's her turn to rest." Misty's influence went far beyond the show, inspiring countless people to believe in themselves. Eventually, Misty began regaining her strength. The first encouraging signs were small but meaningful. She slowly returned to social media, posting pictures of herself with a friend in front of a mountain backdrop. A short video later surfaced showing her working with her brother Matt on a small Alaskan project. She didn't explain what she had gone through, but her actions spoke volumes. Misty remains a crucial part of Homestead Rescue. Her calm presence, sharp instincts, and emotional intelligence make her irreplaceable. After facing her own struggles, she has become even more empathetic. She understands exhaustion, pressure, and the need for rest, and that understanding shines through when she helps other families. Even though she appears less frequently than before, every moment she's on screen now carries extra weight.